Tired of boring breakfasts? Then let's make my super easy Cranberry Cashew Breakfast Biscuits. Start by processing or chopping half a cup of cashews. Add 100 grams of dates to your food processor and cover them in hot water and leave it to soak for about 10 minutes.
You can just add an egg to this, but I'm going to make this vegan friendly, so I'm going to make a flax egg, and it's literally a tablespoon of flaxseed meal. Then you want to add about 2.5 tablespoons. It doesn't need to be hot water, it's just that's what's closest. And then you just let that soak for about 5 to 10 minutes, so both the dates and this should be ready around the same time. Now I'll just do all the dry ingredients. So it's about 1 1/4 cup of oats. You can use quick oats. I like the texture of the bigger oats, whatever you prefer. 1/4 cup of coconut. If you don't like coconut or allergic to it, just do some extra oats that you've run through your food processor. 3/4 cup of almond meal, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a cup of dried cranberries. Just gives that a little bit of a mix so that it's all combined. You can chop up your cranberries, I just couldn't be bothered. Now I'm just going to remove the excess water from my dates, and I'm just going to give them a few pulses.
Like that, so it's still a little bit chunky.
And then just add your dates into there. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil.
Now here's where I got the recording and not recording mixed up. So imagine I'm putting 3 tablespoons of maple syrup in here and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now let's imagine this flax egg you can see here. I'm pouring that in.
We're just going to mix that until it's all combined. Just want it so there aren't any dry bits. It's kind of sticking together when you push it together. I use my 1/3 cup as a rough guide. You can make them a little bit smaller using 1/4 cup, but this is breakfast. And then I just kind of squish them together. Pop it on there and do that. It should get you about 8 or 9. I just use the back of my spatula. I do have it a little bit damp, and I just sort of press it down. So they're about, 1.5 centimeters thick. And just sort of push them together so they don't crumble apart. And now we just pop these in the oven at 160 degrees fan forced or 180 standard for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're golden brown. These were in the oven for 25 minutes. They're looking pretty good to me, so I'm just going to let them cool on here for 5 minutes.
And to finish these off, I just melted a little bit of chocolate in the microwave and drizzled that over the top. When I did email this recipe out a few weeks ago as my free recipe of the week, I received so many messages saying not only how delicious these were, but how convenient it was to have breakfast ready to go in the morning. So make sure you share this recipe with someone you think this could make their mornings easier as well. And if you haven't already, like and save this so you can make these in your home. If you are someone that wants to cook more from home, but you just don't feel confident in the kitchen at all, then make sure you follow along, because I'm on a mission to help take the overwhelm out of cooking from scratch. And let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next.